the real business. Hello, John again, Marketing for Owners. Yes, it's Tuesday. It's going to be a Toolbox Tip today. Episode 342 for those of you that are counting. If you want to read the full thing, if you're driving along, you want any notes from this, you can go to the website at marketingforowners.com/podcast/342. If you just go to /podcast, you can get every single one I've ever done. That means the other 341. So, business stuff today. I have been in business for quite a while, as you can tell by the grey hair. For those of you who are on iTunes and not seeing it on video, you're missing out. I've got grey hair. But I've also seen in this modern world of internet marketing, a lot of people chasing goals and chasing dreams. Now, many of you write in and email me. And you can email anytime you like. My email is john@marketingforowners.com. And yes, I answer everyone. Yes, I do it myself. So you can ask me anything or tell me anything. If you don't like me, you can tell me that as well. I'll still answer you. And thank you for your opinion. But a lot of people are chasing dreams. They want the quick magic business. They've read too much about what is possible. So there's a lot to this. Now, for one, when you read about Facebook and you read about Google and you read about other businesses that are doing great things and are making lots of money, and it doesn't appear to be that difficult because it's online, what you have not heard is their failures and their struggles and the hours they put into it and how they built the company with no money, how they got the money. In fact, you have seen some of it with Facebook if you saw the movie The Social Network. That was very early on. But what we forget, we get very envious of these businesses, but we forget that they struggle the same as you. There are millions upon millions of businesses in the world, and hardly any of them, I mean, it wouldn't even register as a something of a percent, are going to be like those dream businesses. Now also, as you're online, you will find that a lot will tell you excuse me, sneezing. No, I'm not going to cut that out. I haven't got the energy to read it. So a lot will promise great things. They will teach you how to make lots of money in the shortest possible time with the least possible effort. In fact, they've possibly got a course for it or an ebook for it or a bit of software that will do it. Now I'm going to, if you don't already realise and you're suspicious, I'm going to tell you as it is. Those don't work. They do not work. It's the same with tips for stock markets. If you were brilliant on the stock market, you had guaranteed tips. You would invest your own money. You wouldn't tell anyone else because that's when it affects it. You'd do it yourself. You'd make more money. You'd invest in more. You'd do it more. Those that are selling tips don't make tons of money themselves, other than by selling the tips to you, because then it doesn't matter. Now you might say, but I've seen the reports, I've seen their pictures, I've seen the checks, I've seen the bank accounts. Have you ever heard of Photoshop? It's pretty good. Anything can be made in Photoshop, and no, they don't do it themselves, they pay Photoshop experts. It can all be manipulated, and yes, a lot of it is. Just assume it is. So, think back in your business and think long term. Now, Dan Sullivan of Strategic Coach talks in terms of 25 years, and consider that when he wrote that, he was 70. Okay, in fact, a bit after, but he's just 70. So he's talking of a period from being 70 to 95, when all his staff are wondering, because he makes tens of millions. Okay, and in coaching, he only works half the year. So he could retire. His staff were wondering, but no, he came up with a 25-year plan. And he makes it easier by saying, think of it in quarterly goals, 3 months. But in 25 years, you've got 100 quarters. So you don't have to do it all now. Because, of course, we all are getting the new shiny, this idea coming in left, right and centre. But we can't do it all in one go. We need to slow down. We need to take a step back, take a deep breath and look longer term. Build a real business. Don't build something that's quick and fast and now. And yeah, I know some of you thinking, yeah, but I'm going to build it, I'm going to sell it. Well, that doesn't always work. You need to be in San Francisco, really in the Silicon Valley, to build software that has the potential for someone to come and buy it before you run out of money and go bankrupt. And that's what it is. Now again, you only read about the ones that succeed. Those are, if you look on the bios of those people, they quite often have 5, 6 or 7 previous businesses like that failed, that you've never heard of, nor has anyone. And the reason is because it failed, right? That is the way it is for most of us. So build a business. Don't build something short term. Don't aim for 1, 2, 3 years. You may be in your 20s, you may be in your 30s, you may be in your 40s. Say if you're 40 years old, it's going to be 25 years until you are 65. Are you building something that is going to be finished and you're going to be done in 5 years, and you're going to build another one, and then you're going to sell it, and you're going to build another one? Or are you thinking you're going to get millions each time you sell it, and so you won't need another business? Well, I'll tell you something else. If you are like that, and if you are clever, you will want to build another one. You won't be able to stop. You can't just turn it off and go gardening and swimming or lying on beaches. Your brain will be thinking of ideas, and you'll do it again. Then you'll get a bit bored of doing this, and you'll get a bit bored of contacting your old friends who got hired by you and then got fired by the people who bought your company. So see what I mean? Think long term. Build a foundation. You know, Sam Walton of Walmart, he only started building his business in big scale not long ago, in the middle of the century, middle of last century. You think it's been going a couple of 100 years or 100 years? No, it hasn't. It's very, very quick. Tesco's in the UK, the UK equivalent, only got big back in the 80s and 90s. Up to then, they were they were big, but they were just in the middle. It can be done at any time. But Sam Walton, I think he died when he was about 97. On his deathbed, he was still giving out instructions about and still planning for a meeting that he was going to attend the following week, even though he died the next day. That's as it is. Build a business. All right. That's all I'm going to say on that. If you want to talk more to me about this, please email me. If you really wanted, I'd jump on Skype and I'll chat to anybody because I like my listeners. Anyway, it is Tuesday. It's time for a Toolbox Tip. And today we have one that you may not have heard of. It's called, in fact, I'm not even sure. It's called Soolve, I think. SOOLVE.com. And what it does is it creates keyword ideas. And we need keyword ideas for new content, for search engine optimization, for subject lines and for things like that, and for titles of businesses and all sorts. So if you go on to Soolve, it compares from all the engines. It'll get things from YouTube, from search stuff from Google, from social media, from all sorts. Just try it. It's very, very clever, and it's really fast. Really fast. Just enter in, so if you sell fire extinguishers, just go and enter in fire extinguishers and see all the variations of the term fire extinguishers that come up. It gives you never-ending ideas of what to write about. And this is based on what people are searching for all over the interwebs. Dead good. Soolve.com, my tip for the week. And next thing is tomorrow is another one in our expert interview series. Now, slightly different tomorrow. We've got a guy called Nick Wheeler. For those of you in the UK, you may know of Nick because his company is called Charles Tyrwhitt Shirts. It is massive. He started it from scratch and it is going to do £200 million this year. Makes about 10% profit margin. He owns the whole darn thing and he built it from scratch We get to talk to him. In terms of dollars, that's about 350 million. And he has no plans to sell it. He's got a wonderful life. His wife, by the way, has another company called the White Company that also is going to do 200 million. And they're not related. The businesses are separate. Their own businesses. Isn't that amazing? But anyway, fascinating guy. Lovely, lovely man, and great hearing his story. And a fantastic story about when his wife kicked him out of her company, costing 50 million quid. Listen to it tomorrow. The Wednesday interview series is always good. I'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.
I'd love for you to be able to do what my expert guests can do online, and it's easier than you think. They have a free course to do it. It shows you how to set up a marketing system the same way that they use. It's at freemarketingcourse.co. It's in video form, all short, delivered daily to your inbox over 12 days, where you'll learn the entire thing from beginning to end. Nothing left out. freemarketingcourse.co. My gift to you.